Nitro Kid 98 back with another video today. Finally got something to do to the SRT4. I know a lot of people like seeing the SRT4 worked on, so I got some stuff to do to it. Hell yeah, actually the mod we're doing today, if you want to consider it a mod, is something I've really wanted to do the SRT4 for a long time. While we were in Import Atlanta at Import Alliance, I still can't get that line out. While we were at Import Alliance in Atlanta, Georgia, I actually looked through a lot of vendors there to really find what I was looking for, and nothing was really there. It's actually a steering wheel. I've always wanted to do. I want to do a custom steering wheel in it. I was really unsure. Do I want to go hydro dipped or anything like that? Do I want to go wood grain? Do I want to go with a color? And for the longest time, I was stuck on a turquoise wheel with a neo chrome center. I'm a big fan of turquoise. It's just, I don't know, it's just, the color just reminds me of being clean. I don't know. You know, even though I don't mind getting dirty and greasy in the car, I do like being clean. And it's just a really fresh, clean looking color. Like it does. It's just really, a really nice color. Matter of fact, it's the color we're painting the Miata. I don't know if I should really give that away yet, but I've kind of showed pictures on the Facebook page. So a lot of people already know that's the color we're going with. What I went with is a brand that's not NRG, it's not a Grip Royal, it's not a Sparco, it's not a Momo or anything like that. It's actually, I don't know if they're really a new brand, but I haven't really seen them much until last year. And it's a brand called Avenue. Here's the steering wheel from them. It is a wood grain neo chromed wheel. Unfortunately, the horn button is not working with this quick release. I don't know if it's the horn button or the quick release, so we're just going to put a delete on it. I think it'll give it kind of a clean look anyway. And as you can see right here, the brand is called Avenue. I stopped by their booth at Import Alliance, and I also did at Dankfest. And at Import Alliance, I was just about dead set on buying a wheel, but the price just wasn't right. I think they were like $175, which is not a bad deal. It's actually a really good wheel. It just wasn't really where I wanted to be. And then at Dankfest, they had brought the price down a little bit, like $150, which still is a little expensive for a steering wheel. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a modification you necessarily have to have. And the problem with going with an aftermarket steering wheel is you don't just buy the wheel. You got to buy the adapter. If you want a quick release, you got to buy the shorty adapter. And NRG, they are proud of these motherfuckers, I tell you what. This thing was expensive. This thing was $100. When normally I go get like a little Boss hub adapter, some little Chinese piece of crap for like $5, which I've never had a problem out of them. You know, I know they probably could fall apart being $5. But anyway, what we got hooked on this is a Sparco quick release. This thing's like 4 years old. I bought this thing a long time ago. I think I paid like $130 for this. I think it was like right as NRG was getting big. I don't really remember when NRG was getting big. I didn't really know of NRG at the time, or I'd have probably bought one of theirs. At the time, they might have been cheaper. But I bought that Sparco, and like I say, I paid good money for it. It's a genuine Sparco, to my knowledge. If it's not, I overpaid for a cheap knockoff piece of crap. But I've kind of played with it a little bit, with it being just bolted on the wheel, and I really, really like it. But y'all are probably really getting tired of me talking, so I think we need to start putting this in the car. Okay, so we got the quick release mounted up to the shorty hub adapter. Now we're going to go ahead and start removing the factory steering wheel out of the Neon. I made sure when I pulled in the driveway that the tires were perfectly straight, so when I put it in, I know everything's going to be lined up just right. Might still be off just a little bit. We'll go back and tweak that as needed. Alright, so we got both of these pieces taken out. The thing that kind of got me and confused me is these screws right here. Actually, like if you can see them, they actually stayed in the plastic. Like I kept thinking, like, when's the screws gonna come out? They actually stayed in the plastic, so there's nothing wrong. It's just if you don't feel like a screw come out. So basically just start kind of lifting the top up and then lift the bottom down, and it should come right out. So we got both bolts undone. Unfortunately, they went behind the airbag. They're probably going to come out right here. Just lift your airbag off. There's going to be this little wire back there. It's going to not want you to bend the steering wheel anyway. Right here, you got to be kind of careful. This stuff could fucking go off in your hand. Hope that it doesn't. I'm personally just gonna break the shit because I don't need an airbag. And this one right here should be your horn. So yeah, I know I treated it kind of rough, but it's an airbag. I don't need an airbag anymore. So I'm gonna just rip that out. That's not the standard way of doing that. I know a lot of people are gonna hate on me for doing that, but it's not going back in the damn car, guys. Now the thing about getting that center bolt off, you're gonna want the steering wheel to lock. Pretty much, see, it's locked. And what that's gonna do is basically hold it while you break it loose. All right, so here we go. This bolt's a 13mm. Like everything on this car is kind of like a weird size. The airbag bolts are 8mm, usually they're 10. And on this motherfucker, it's a 13. Usually this bolt's a 17. And that came off really easy. So pretty much you're just gonna wanna break that loose, take it all the way out. Do not lose that bolt. You're gonna reuse this bolt. Put the shorty hub on. All right, there's your bolt. If it'll focus. It's not gonna focus. Don't lose this bolt, even though it's not in focus. Now, to get your steering wheel off, pretty much just go ham, just go crazy. Kind of rock it side to side and pull it towards you. Don't go crazy, because if it comes flying off, you're gonna hit yourself in the face with the steering wheel. Then you're gonna feel great about yourself, and then you're gonna have to have therapy. And yeah,
all right, it's not a good look.
All right, now what I'm gonna do to make sure I get my wheel on straight before I actually take the shorty hub off the wheel, any of the quick release parts, I'm gonna put the steering wheel on, everything attached to it. I think that's where I'm gonna want it. Now, pop my quick release off. And now I gotta take all these Allens right back off. Alright, so now we got the shorty hub adapter on with the car part of the quick release steering wheel. So we're going to go ahead and put it on, test it out, and see how it works. Now this is set up like the NRG, put it on, spin it, and it lock in place. And it works really good. I'm very happy with it. I still need to tighten the bolts up on the steering wheel. I didn't have it mounted anything when I did it, so I couldn't really lock them down. And as far as anything up in this area, none of that stuff's going on back on right now, for the fact that this guy right here that came out of the clock spring, I'm going to take it apart, basically find which one is the horn, which I'm pretty sure is the black and red, and I'm going to wire the horn up separate from the steering wheel, for the fact the horn button won't go in the steering wheel the way I want it to. And if I do put it in there like that, force it, I'm probably going to break it. So we're actually going to put the horn separate from the steering wheel and just put a horn button delete in here, and we're going to be good to go. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And there's a button either here or here. I have no idea where it is because I'm showing y'all how to put a steering wheel on an SRT4 right now. And it says subscribe, damn mosquitoes. And you need to punch that sucker like I want to these mosquitoes because they're irritating as hell. And if you have any comments or questions about the video, guys, drop them in the comment section below. Not your kid 98, guys. Thanks for watching.